Okay, hello. This is the ROM Pure Nexus. I wanted to show you the lock screen that I have on here. This is the update to the ROM Pure Nexus. I'm gonna try to make this as short as I can. Let's just jump right into it. We're gonna go into settings. And I can tell you right now that the only thing that's really changed on this, most of the changes are in custom settings. If you look at lock screen, those are your settings for lock screen. Your notification drawer. These are your quick tile settings, what you want to add, what you don't want to add. That's what I didn't add so far. Recent apps. It's got slim recents and all. Status bar. This is the big change for me that I really enjoyed. Thank you, Mr. Beans, for the inclusion of this. There are your battery settings. You can color your battery if you want. I have mine shut off because I'm running the 3-minute battery mod. But what was really cool about the update was the inclusion of a battery bar. Man, thank you very much. If you don't like a battery bar, click on hide. Don't run it. I like it, and I know a lot of other people do as well. So I'm running it. I have it colored orange. I'm at 2 DPI on my settings. 1 DPI is plenty, but I wanted 2 so it could show up. Although I'm not using screen recorder now, I'm using actually this is my older video camera. My newer one is broke, so I'm using my older one, and I'm using a handheld. I'm actually holding it by hand because my tripod broke along with the other camera. So let's move on. You have your carrier labels. You can change your carrier labels to whatever you want. I have mine set to say Pure Nexus. Clock and date. You can color your clock. Here's where you can put it in the center if you like, or leave it on whatever side you want. Add the date to it. Add the AM PM if you want. It's up to you. Network traffic. If you like the little bar showing whether you have, or I guess it's no, the little numbers telling you if you have data coming in, data going out. This is where you would set that up. Status bar icons. This is another new feature. I love it. All of the layers themes that I run do not color any of your status bar icons. Your battery icons, your Wi-Fi, your data icons are all white, 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 white. God, I hate white on a phone. But that's my preference. And this takes care of that. Thank you, Mr. Beans, for that. Outstanding job, by the way. Went over network traffic. I went over that. Oh, I don't want that. That's it for status bar. Then you have your navigation bars. Set up for that. I have mine colored green. Power menu. This is all the options you have to either choose to have or not have available when you hit the power button. Volume rockers. If you want to change what the volume rockers do, this is where you would change that right here. App ops. App ops are there. If you do not know what app ops are, I wouldn't even get in this. For the people that do know what app ops are for, thank you, Mr. Beans, for putting that in there. It does help out with batteries, battery, savings and stuff like that. Display settings, again, LCD density, you can change that to your liking. I change it rarely, but I do change it for certain apps that will not fit on the screen. So it's there if you want it. Be careful with it. You can screw your phone up slightly by not knowing what you're doing and throwing a wrong number in there. Also, Google Play Store sometimes checks your density depending on what app you want to download and will either allow it or not allow it. So be careful. Notification lights. That's how you set up the color and how you want it to affect, whether you want a fast blink or a slow blink or will stay on permanently. Here's where you do it. And I will say it works flawlessly. And then last but not least, you have your clock and your settings for your clock. And whatever settings, whatever you set this at, will definitely be on your clock or on your lock screen as well. That's pretty much it for the update. I wanted to also go over some kernel settings. Somebody asked me about that right before I did the video. I told them I would include it, so I know it's going to make the video a little bit longer, but bear with me, please. I use Kernel Auditor for this. I am running Mako, or I am running Hell's Core, the latest. I think it's HCB10-T4, and I'm running the Mako Hot Plug Edition. Version. I'm going to go to CPU. I'm going to set up my CPUs at the maximum is okay. I like to set my minimum at 35 megahertz. I will keep the conservative. I will keep the governor at conservative. I want my maximum screen off frequency to be no more than 883, and I will apply that on boot. Then I want to go to my hot plug settings. I want to go for the high load counter. I want that set to 3. Under load threshold, I want that set to 90. Under max load counter, 50. And then the minimum time, CPU online, 1. Timer 1. Apply on boot. Oh, your CPU frequency unplug limit. If you want this to work the way it should work, where you're running 2 cores all the time, set it at 2496. Now if I go back to my CPU, as you can see, I am running only 2 cores. And it will jump up to 3 or more depending on the load I put on it. And I'm not running screen recorder right now, so it's not a very big load. This is where you save your battery, right here. The only other settings I do in this are, now you know what, sound, weight controls, disabled. I don't like weight controls on mine. Battery, I want this to quick charge, and then I like a dark theme, and that's it for me. I usually change vibration in this as well to about 38 to 39. The only other thing I wanted to show you was the theme I'm running. This is a fairly new theme. It's a less than a month old. It took a long time for this developer to get this done. This theme is called Kryon. It's a great theme. It's a darker theme. I like my themes a little darker than this, but it is still a pretty nice theme. My go-to theme is Neat. That's N-E-A-T. But this would be like in my top 3 favorites. Neat, this one, and a couple others. I kind of like Drop UI, the Gryffindor. I'm probably hacking that name to hell. I love that one. And I like the Material Glass. But I wanted to show you what all was included in this theme, so I want to go to Kryon, scroll down, let you guys see the included features if you can even read them. It's a very long list. And I will go to the Play Store and let you see their pictures of it. My apps, all. Scroll down and I will bring up the pictures that are on the Play Store. It's pretty much themed everything. I don't think there's anything really in the phone that it hasn't touched. Now, I can't get Inbox to work. I mean, it works, but I can't get it to look like it's themed. It may just be my phone. These are all custom wallpapers. The theme is reasonably priced, and I highly recommend it. Another theme would be Neat. I went over that in a previous video. If you like Neat Light, this is Neat Light. This is Neat Light. This is another highly recommended theme if you like a light theme. They also have the Neat version that I like, which is, where is it here? You know what? We're just gonna, right here. Here's the Neat Layers theme. I'm just gonna go right to what it looks like, in case you guys are interested. Alright, but anyways, back to Kryon. That's what the Play Store looks like, and just so you guys can see, settings shows up the way it's supposed to. If you actually go into settings, you can read it. See that? This is what the Play Store, or this is what Google Plus looks like. It's themed as well. Let's see here. Hangouts. Now I'm gonna phone dialer. What else? Inbox. As you can see, I have it checked, but it's not themed. It may just be my phone. I don't know. That's pretty much going to do it for me. There is a lot more theming throughout this. You just need to download the ROM, the updated ROM if you're already running it. Try out Kryon theme for yourself. If you liked the video, you know, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, hey, you know, it's your prerogative. Sorry it took so long, but there were a few requests I needed to get over. So that's it for me, and we'll see you on the next one.